Hello. I want to talk only a tad bit about this much about plasma for those who are new here and they probably haven't, you may not have heard anything about plasma. You may not even know about the world of plasma and that it does exist. You may not, and that's okay. That's fine. It's understandable for some. It is. And let me see. Hello there, Apple Brooks. Whoopsie. Gina, honey, you clicked Apple Brooks out of here. That's all right, you all. We can do this. As soon as this stops, I wanna let those know who are watching. Let me see this right here. Who are watching that I do have a playlist on web plasma, on plasma specifically. It's got the most videos in it, I think. Let me do this right here, you all. So we're gonna go over to it for those who may not have known about web plasma, about plasma. Let me get you right over here. So I've got this wonderful thing called a playlist, and you can see I have 51 videos about plasma. This is plasma attaching itself to the building in Dublin, and this was really wild, you all. It was so wild. And then I have dimensional plasma right here. I think this right here was in South Africa, Table Mountain, South Africa. And there's table ships, okay? Table ships. Plasma ships, you all. Look at these plasma webs. This is in the Binky land, the Hajj, right here. If I just...
They're all over the place. And look at this, you all. They're all over this city. Look at them.
See, these are plasma webs. They were in Dublin. This webcam right here
is literally,
no
this
more.
Whole area
this webcam
is literally
is no more.
Flooded with them.
They got rid of it because of us documenting the plasma webs, you all. It's real. This stuff is so real. This was really a really cool
we're
one
looking
right there.
at
Look
Dublin.
at that. This is
Dublin,
Dublin,
Ireland.
We're
looking at their webcam.
You can't
look,
make
they
this
got
stuff
the web,
up. You
the
can't
web
dismiss
plasma
this
in
plasma
Dublin.
attaching itself to the building. Okay, it was.
You see
there
that
was
just
a
now
lot
moved?
of activity that took
This
place
is in
there.
Dublin.
A whole lot of activity and
I
a
forget
big
where
plasma
Dublin was
battle
located at, but look
took
at
place
that.
here in
This
Dublin
is,
also, you all. Is what I want to say. A big battle took place in Dublin, right here. So let me put this back to me if you're all just tuning in. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to know more about this plasma that has been documented, look here, I got this plasma list. It's on my playlist. It's just called Web Plasma, and there's 51 videos of it. 51 videos of web plasma in Dublin, Ireland. Look at that. It literally is like it was attaching itself to that building right there, just like that. Just like that, attaching itself to the building. And that's a massive, massive building, you all. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But I've got a video on here that does explain what web plasma is. I do. Let me get to it, you all. It's down here on here. Let's see. There's plasma webs right here. What are plasma webs? But you don't want to watch. Let's wait a minute, you all. Let's get this going, you all. This is look. These are plasma webs, and this is like right here, creating ionized air to stop the waves. Look, plasma's in actions, and it comes from the fluorescent light bulbs or neon signs. Gases. It's gas. Plasma gas is bringing these plasma things to life, you all. You can see it. It's real. It's not a joke. It's not make-believe. It's not. They're real. Okay, that's what I want to say. They're absolutely real. I wanted to get to this thing. I have a video on here that says, what is plasma? Right here, you all. Look at that. So I'm going to watch that, you all. Let's watch that. We're going to watch it really fast for you tuning in.
Plasma lights.
the plasma webs, the plasma beings, the plasma life form. Hold on, I can't hear it. Can you all hear it? I can't hear it. I haven't watched it in a long time. Because I think the lights that they use. I've put together a video of the plasma lights, the plasma webs, the plasma beings, the plasma life form. They are coming from the lights, okay? Because I think the lights that they use, which are for industrial use, they are the high efficiency plasma lights, the HEP lights that they use radio frequency to stimulate a contained
Can you
gas
hear it now?
and create a small but very bright ball of plasma. And I think that's what we're seeing here, but this plasma is taking on a life of its own. It is. It's ever evolving. It's ever changing its shape. And it's expanding, and it's joining with other plasma particles to form even bigger webs of plasma. So that's why I've put together this video to hopefully it's going to help bring some more light into what we are seeing. I learned some more. I learned a lot more by looking into it, and I hope that you learn too. Hello. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. You know, we're looking at a familiar type of a picture, showing the magnetic field lines around the Earth, the radiation belt, the magnetospas, the magnetosheet, the magnetic field lines, the bow shock, and over here the magnetotail. But did you know the Earth had a plasma sheet? I didn't know that, and it also has the plasma sphere on both sides. And, you know, they got the radiation belts, but the plasma sphere around the Earth and a plasma sheet. And, you know, since we're talking about plasma and how it can quite possibly be, which I really do think it is, living, I think it's important to note that Earth has plasma surrounding it, and there's some plasma behind it. We're looking at the plasma sphere. This is another good picture. And it says that the plasma sphere is composed of low energy particles that drift up from the ionosphere, forming a sphere-like reservoir of very cold, fairly dense plasma that co-rotates with the Earth. And then you have the Van Allen radiation belts, and then up here you have the ring current. So if I was to move this over here to the side like that, it is so cool, you all. Look at this. So this is the plasma sphere right there in that area. And this is the Van Allen radiation belt. There's one near the Earth, and there's one on the outer part of the Earth, and then we have the ring current, which is right there. So moving right along, so this is pretty cool. We have the normal looking view right here, and then we have this plasma view right here. I love it. I really do love it. I hope you love it too, because we're here to learn. We really are, and discover what's going on with all this plasma that is being seen all over the place. Yeah. Let's go right over here to the Netherlands, where we documented a bunch of wild looking web plasma that was happening for several nights in a row. This is a screenshot of some of the web plasma that formed. You can see it is all different types of shapes. And look up here. So we have these high efficiency plasma, which is lighting. It is an emerging lighting technology that uses radio frequency to stimulate a contained gas and create a small but very bright ball of plasma. HEP lighting offers a very high efficiency, over 90 lumens per watt, and perfect color rendition, CR 100. The technology became commercial very recently however, and has not achieved a market share comparable to that of LED. So they're telling you right now, with this type of lighting, it uses radio frequency. Where have we heard of radio frequency before? Okay, radio frequency to stimulate a contained gas and create a small but very bright ball of plasma. And in this, in the video footage that we've taken of this, there's been some super bright balls of plasma that have formed. And if we look down here below, let me get down here and let's look at this down below. It says an HID is an acronym for high intensity discharge, a type of lighting often used for industrial and outdoor settings due to its powerful output. Some examples of HID lighting are mercury vapor, metal halide, xenon, high pressure sodium, and low pressure sodium lamps. All types of HID lamps produce lighting by stimulating, get this, stimulating an enclosed gas with an electric arc, and therefore they operate at high temperatures. So we've got one up here, this one type that literally creates a small bright ball of plasma, but we know that plasma does not stay small. It does not. It just comes alive, and it just does all types of moves and changes is what it does. So this is really exciting, you all. We're going somewhere with this, and we ain't there yet. So yeah, let's look at that. It is so exciting. So yeah, these are plasma webs. That's exactly what they are. Look at the plasma here in the Hague, in the Netherlands. It is wowed. It is absolutely wowed. You see it like coming out like that, literally piercing white. This is not normal, okay? These got a life of its own. Look at that. It is a life of its own. That's not normal. Okay, that's not normal, you all. These are a life form right here that's happening. And look here, it looks like something came out of that portal. Look at the shape. Look at the shape that it took on. My hand's out of the way. Look at that. It literally, something came through. So I don't know. I really don't at this point. Are all of these beautiful lights good? These high efficiency plasma lights good? Because we're seeing these plasma webs all over the place. And then we have the radio frequency that is used for some of these lights also. And we've got this plasma sphere around the earth. So I would not be surprised, and I'm not surprised, that this plasma is taking on a life of its own. Okay? I'm not surprised at all with all that's going on.
Hey, you know what's better than a $5,000 PC?
What?
A $5,000 PC that costs $0.
As a science enabling technology, sustainability, security, it's dedicated to plasma. Technology, sustainability, security, it's dedicated to plasma. What's going on? This is a 276 page of plasma research, plasma science enabling technology, sustainability, security. It's dedicated to plasma. All types of plasma. Yes, the complexity arising from multiple scales and phenomena. You have plasma here, result of dimensional particle in cell simulation of, I went too fast. But this is it's all about plasma. Plasma is here, and it's going to become an even greater part of our life here on Earth. So they say accelerating the electrons using a Trojan horse. One of the challenges in plasma acceleration of electrons is having the seed electrons accelerated at the right place at the right time. Facility for Advanced Accelerator Experimental Tests, FACET. So we're going to just look at a couple more pictures. I'm going to put them in there so you can see a little bit more about the plasma. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little bit more. I did. I learned a little bit more than what I did know. So yes, there is plasma. This talk is all about plasma. Plasma is worldwide. It's a worldwide phenomena. It's something that is studied in universities around the world. It's studied at CERN. It's studied everywhere in all different types of agencies within governments. And plasma will affect us, and it does affect us right now, but I think we're going to be hearing and seeing a lot more about plasma and the effects that it has in our daily lives. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and please have an open mind, because this plasma, it's real, and this plasma seems to be changing its shape. It seems to be taking on a life of its own at times. And I think that the types of lighting that uses the plasma gas and the radio frequencies has a lot to do with it. And this story is much, much more deeper than any of us realize. Thank you so much for watching. So that was a video that I did August the 18th of 2021, you all. Did I do that, or did I reshare that? I must have reshared that. If you're just tuning in, I have a whole entire playlist on plasma for those just tuning in. And it's really neat. You can see all the different types of plasma that's been documented. Look, plasma is the fourth state of matter.
Who could have known that the right
Gina,
food
honey, we don't
could
want to
help you?
hear that. It's the fourth state of matter, you all. Look at this. This is, only got to go there one time. You can see where this is located in the Netherlands. This webcam, whenever you zoom up on it now, it is blurred out because of this. After this documentation of this plasma giving birth, it actually gave birth. This plasma, that is the semi-solid color right here, it created these plasma webs, is what happened. It created these plasma webs. You can see it's getting bigger, and it's trying to expand itself. And when it does expand itself, you're going to see what happens. This is not a game. This is very serious what's happening, because this plasma has the ability to replicate itself. Dark plasma, as you're watching right here, it literally is creating dark plasma. And we all know, in case you did not know, CERN is working with dark plasma. It's working with dark plasma. Dark plasma is very unpredictable. Very unpredictable. That's the other side of the plasma. Look how it's literally made itself bigger. It literally is as if it's having contractions. And this dark matter is coming out. I don't know if I have this complete video on my YouTube playlist, but I don't think I've narrated it. And I think this needs to be brought out into the open. There are people who think this is all make-believe and they want to just dismiss it away. No, you cannot dismiss this away. This is plasma. This is another dimension, and it's right here within our dimension. It's intermingling with it. This is the footage that I documented. The camera was studying it and trying to create it, trying to bring that dark matter out, trying to open up portals to the other dimension, to a parallel world, because they said we feel we could learn from it. But you know, once you open up these portals, it's going to be hard to close them again. And who knows what's going to come through? Who knows what's going to come through once you open up these like black holes, these wormholes, this dark plasma? It's coming from somewhere. It's coming from somewhere. And these plasma lights are spurring it on. They're enabling it. They're creating the right conditions for this plasma to do what it's doing, bringing forth dark plasma. See, it's trying to come out. It really is, and it's expanding. And sometimes, you know, they cannot keep their form long enough in order to replicate. Let me put that to me. I think I've showed enough of the plasma. I really do. I think I've showed enough of it. So you can tell right there that you want to watch plasma. You go to this playlist right here that I have, and I have 52 videos now on here of plasma documentation from around the world, the webcams around the world. It is the fourth state of matter, and it does exist. And I read one time that they ask, how do you define a life form when it's able to think for itself and replicate? That's what this plasma can do. It can replicate itself. It is an intelligent life form. It has taken on that type of intelligence. It knows what it's doing. It really does. Even though we may not think it does, it knows exactly what it's doing. So yeah. It's not an easy subject for me to cover. It isn't at all, because I get made fun of. I get people saying all kinds of stuff. I do. And guess what? Fine. This is fine. That's fine, you all. That's fine. It really is fine. What video is gone? Gina, are you aware that the Heart channel has been deleted by YouTube, at least in Germany? Heart, H-A-R-D-T. Did I share that? Did I share the Heart channel, Bruno? What? I know I shared something recently, but I can't remember what it was that I shared. What was it called? That's what I'm wondering. What was it called? And what was I documenting? Was I documenting the unknown species in the sky? It was 2 days ago. A planet. What's the title? Well, I have to look at that. The plasma playlist is web plasma. Oh wow. That's quite interesting to me. If I put this over here, could you tell me which one it was? Because I don't remember which one of these videos it was, because I've done several within the past few days. It was right here, the Tiamat Nibiru, right there, that one. Planets with the Sun. That one. It's 9:38 a.m. on November. I don't know which one it would have been then. That's all right. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, that's great. It was that one. Well, I'm sorry their YouTube channel got taken off. I'm sorry their YouTube channel got taken down or blocked. Oh. And the plasma event from today, there was 2 plasma events that occurred in Canada during the daytime. And you can see them on this channel right here. You can see the plasma that showed up here at the foot of some mountain range, and over here at a boat arena. You know what's been happening? When I've been showing videos now lately with my cell phone, they knock it down to 720, and they lightened this up. On my end, it was perfect, but once it got uploaded to the YouTube, they lightened it up. They didn't make it really dark, which was really strange. But that's okay, you all. It's all right, you all. There have been lots of channels that I used to go to. I'm going to be honest, lots of channels that I used to go to that they have they took down, and or they changed their camera's angle so I could not get any information or any data off of it. They changed the way the camera was pointed. But I really did. The Binky Land was one of my favorite ones that I could go to in the Hajj, or the Binky Land in the Netherlands. I think it was near the Four Courts Tribunal or something like that. I don't know which building these were, but they were really, really good places to document the web plasma. If you can see right here, this Four Courts building right there at the top, it was one of the best places. I used that channel
Stream 85
for,
plus channels and save up to $500
for quite a while.
a year.
I used that channel
with
for quite a
YouTube
while.
TV.
That YouTube
Try it free.
Webcam, that YouTube webcam, that Dublin webcam right there. I used it for a long time. It literally was one of my favorites. And that was it was under construction. This is where a great big plasma battle took place over here in that area. It was all over the place. And the electrons, they spiked. The electrons and protons, they spiked in that area. They went off the charts. It was off the charts, you all. But look at that. Look at the plasma on the building. It was wild. It was so wild. I did that for a while, and then I did it so long, people said, Gina, can we please watch something else other than plasma? I did. It's okay, you all. It is. Hello, everyone. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, I just wanted you to know that I do have a playlist on web plasma that you can check it out if you're interested in knowing more about it. You can come over here and see that playlist right here. It goes all the way down. It's all kinds of that. This is the web plasma giving birth to dark matter. That's all this one is right here. We can look at that really fast. Dark matter. And the birth is coming out from underneath the plasma. I have a lot of footage of this in the live video that I did before this, and this is in Germany. So if you're just tuning in, this plasma is having contractions, and it is able to give birth to dark plasma, to dark matter. I think Tesla said that plasma had a side about it, a dark side, but they did not understand. And this is the plasma giving birth. I've only got a little small video clip, and it's slowed down to 0.25. But it built its web, and it still can change its shape. But at this moment, it's focusing on giving birth.
with the movement that's taking place. These plasmas are all over the world. These webs, the plasma webs, are all over the world. And so if this one is giving birth, you can rest assured wherever these plasma webs are, they're giving birth to this dark plasma that comes out of it. They created it. The lights brought it to life. The plasma lights. It's getting ready. It's getting ready to come out from underneath it it's giving birth. Here it comes, right there. It's the dark plasma. Boom. And again, I did a live YouTube video earlier, right before this. If you go toward, I don't know, fast forward it, and when you start seeing the dark plasmas coming out from underneath it on the dark side. World, hello from my heart to your.
So that's one of the other interesting videos right there with the birthing of the plasma, because it literally did. It had contractions as a woman would in labor, and it gave birth to that dark plasma. It literally brought it to life, and it literally crawled out from under it or inside of it or whatever, and literally just crawled away into the unknown. It crawled off that solid, semi-solid to solid state web, or plasma web itself, and went into the darkness. That's where it went. It went into the dark of the night. That's why you couldn't see it no more. It went into the other dimension right there. You couldn't see it. It gave birth to it. It disappeared just like that. It didn't stay on there, so it had to go somewhere. It went where you couldn't see it. So this is not a game. None of it's a game at all. It's not. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, you all can check it out, and check out the MCO event. The if you go do a web search, you can do the Plasma MCO event, the Coming Great Plasma event, Libra Rising. Did you know that I am a my ascendant sign is a Libra Rising? But they say that this Great Plasma event could also coincide with the Great Reset in a lot of things. But look at that. You look that up, the plasma event, and the electromagnetic plasma changeover event. There's lots of information on it. It's not a conspiracy. Look, scientists discover a new type of magnetic event. The new event happens just outside the outer boundary of Earth's magnetosphere, the sphere around the Earth, which our world's magnetic field is the dominant field. So, yeah, that's something to look out for. Be aware of the plasma event. Yeah, well, it takes a long time, really, to wrap your mind around what's happening in the world. It really does. I don't have all the answers, but I'm trying to document things that I'm drawn to that look out of the ordinary. And it is the plasma, and they are drawn, the lights, the gas. We've got that around the Earth, and the electrons and the protons. They get excited, and the radio frequency excites them even more, brings them to life even more. So I am going to go, you all. I'm going to go. And with that being said, thank you so much for coming here, and thank you, moderators. So you probably won't see another video from me tonight, but I won't promise it. I won't make promises because I don't know what the future holds. I don't. But I want to thank you for coming on here and having an open mind and all of that. I would encourage you to do your own research into the plasma event, the apocalypse, and CERN and dark plasma. Do your own research. Find out some more on your own if you feel inclined to. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you, moderators, for all that you do for us. It is very greatly appreciated. Love you.